Okay, so
Educated Guess.
you act like you're looking at like a million people. You're getting all nervous.
No, I forgot what it was.
Okay, this is a new show that no one will ever see, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
My name is Adam.
And my name's Haley. And he's my dad.
I'm running the show here.
And I'm his daughter.
I thought we agreed I have creative control here.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Okay, anyways, we're going to give this a shot. This show is going to be called The Uneducated Guess.
Uneducated.
Based on two principles.
Don't tell my circle.
I am not going to do any research for the show. And that does two things. A, makes it where I don't have to do any research. And B, kind of goes into why the show is called Uneducated Guess. And we're going to be discussing different topics. And I'm not going to do any research. I'm just going to come at it from the angle that I'm just the dad with a weird opinion. And this is my daughter, Haley. We've established that. She's actually going to do some research on yeah, she's 11. But she's 11, so her research doesn't really count as actual fact. So we just thought Uneducated Guess would be a smart, kind of cute little way to do this. And the production is state of the art. I don't know if you could tell. This is a picture from her room. It's our backdrop, and it's actually sitting on a wine case thing. So, anyways, Haley, you want to tell them what we're going to be talking about today?
Well, our topic today is going to be about social media, and pretty much we're going to have a little stats game at the end, and we're also going to be discussing the pros and cons of Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay, and one thing she'll definitely get better at is enunciating her words so you can understand what she's saying. She's new at this. I've had plenty of experience with this, so I'm. But this is her first show. Just give her a break, guys. Come on now. She's 11. So, all right. So, basically.
Do you want to do the game first or this?
Well, I'm gonna kind of give them a little tell them why we're doing social media. Because I hate it. Social media is the cancer of our young, and I know this is getting a little deep with it, but I believe Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they're all poisonous. You get on them, it's a waste of time. And you forget how to be a person, and you just spend hours on these things, just wasting your life away when you could be out there just being an actual living person, playing football, playing catch with your dad. So for the longest time, I refused to let her be on Facebook, and I used to have Facebook. I've never had Twitter. I think I had Instagram for like a second, but I never used it. And I used to have Facebook, but over a year ago, I deactivated my Facebook account because it was useless, like it is. And I have a rule in my house. I have another daughter who's 8. We have a rule in our house: no social media for the girls. But this one begged me and begged me and begged me to get on Instagram, and I gave in like the pathetic that I am. So let's talk about it.
Okay, so we'll start with Twitter. How many active monthly users do you think Twitter has?
Monthly active users?
Monthly active users.
How many people on Earth? 7 billion?
Pretty much.
Probably at least like 11.
11, okay.
Yeah.
No, there's 232 million monthly active users.
And you and your friends are probably like half of those.
I'm not on Twitter. But
Twitter. Okay.
Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. So why are we doing this game?
Just some stats.
Stats are. You have no interest in anybody coming back to watch this show ever again, do you? You're giving them stats. Let's talk about it, man. Let's open this up. Let's open this up for some dialogue.
Okay.
So.
Well, I was looking on raisesmartkid.com, and it's a blog, and some cons that Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have is kids get on it. Kids get on the social media too much, and they don't know how to communicate to actual people.
Yeah, because here's the issue with me is you have all these kids that are they're texting or sending messages through Facebook, or you're talking to your friends. You're you're posting your life on Facebook, or you're talking to people on Twitter, or you're picturing on Instagram. There's very little actual human interaction anymore. Like most people date through dating websites and stuff, and it seriously upsets me that there's no human interaction anymore. Like kids, all these people online, these kids don't even know how to talk to each other or be like people anymore. Like it's melting their brains away. I know I'm 33, which I realize isn't old, but it's up there far enough where I remember when there was none of this stuff, when I was outside playing in the woods, with having bottle rocket wars. And now it's just everyone's on their phones, and it's, man, I hate it. What do you think?
Well, I think if you're like me, and you're responsive, then nothing melts your brain, and you still get A's in everything except math. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you that a lot of kids, their lives, they're more self-centered whenever they get on stuff because they have their own page. And
they post things about themselves, and they want and it's all about getting likes or getting comments instead.
It's all like them.
Yeah, it really is sad, and honestly, thank you for this, Haley. By the way, this was her idea. It was my idea, but and I, as a dad, it's tough because you're fighting every kid's on it, and you don't want your kid to feel left out. But at the same time, I know it's not good for them. So I gave into Instagram because that's not something, you can put pictures up there, but I do monitor it through email and all that because she's only 11. But Facebook's not going to happen while you're in this house. Twitter's not going to happen. There's too much that goes on these websites. And I don't know, like, I wish I could, like, I don't expect this to, but at some point I would love to have a voice and be able to, like, just wake people up to what's going on and get people off social media. Like, there's no need for it. And the only need I see, the only use I can see Facebook having is if you have a business or something you're trying to promote. It's like free advertising. You just put it on there, you know what I mean? It's so much easier than, paying an advertising firm to, make ads and stuff for you. Facebook's a great way to do that. But the people who want to get on there, excuse me, and just tell people what they're doing all day long, and people want to get on there and just, am I just ranting and just being an old, grumpy old fart right now?
No.
Are there any positives to Facebook besides, like, coming from an 11-year-old point of view?
Well, Twitter and Facebook, I don't see a bunch of awesomeness, but I do see on a lot of social media sites that it helps you with your technical skills. So
How so?
It helps you. Let's say you were typing something on Twitter. Okay, you were typing with your skills for typing, so you have more skills in that, and so in school,
so why don't you use that to, like, type up a resume?
Well,
like, practice that way. Okay.
You see, with Twitter and Facebook, I guess it will help you whenever you're older type up a resume because you'll already be typing better.
Not good enough.
But you see,
not good enough.
The con for that is if you're typing a bunch on one of those, instead of doing Y-O-U as you just do a U for the word you, and I've seen that in some of the people who could.
Here's the bottom line: these things are horrible. I I would love to start some kind of, I don't know, some kind of group or movement to just get kids back to being kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, get kids outside and playing. And there's too many screens. There's too many like gadgets to be on. And I'm not perfect, you know. I have an iPhone. You know, I probably spend too much time on it, but I sometimes, unless people bring up to me things that are going on Facebook, I sometimes I forget Facebook exists, and I actually love that feeling because I come home and I just feel like I'm more engaged in life. People are so disconnected from reality right now because of all the social media. It's kind of out of control, but that's just my opinion.
Another thing that I saw, it's kind of a sad story. This guy, he couldn't take the perfect selfie, and he was gonna kill himself because he couldn't make, you know, his perfect selfie. It's kind of sad. A selfie.
Don't get me started on selfies, man.
He almost died over a selfie. And did you know?
He didn't almost die over a selfie. He almost died because he's a raging lunatic.
No, he almost died because he was going to kill himself because he couldn't make his perfect selfie because he was on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook too much.
It's not the selfies problem. He's a psycho. That's the real issue.
I'm sorry if you're that guy and you're watching.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully this was very uneducated for you. And we will try to make a video every Saturday. And hopefully at some point we can get better at this and maybe discuss topics that people want to hear about. We're open to suggestions if anyone sees this. If you know.
In the comments down below.
Oh, is that where they're at?
Yeah.
Wait, people will comment on this? Don't read those.
Why?
Because people are mean.
Well, you can read them.
Okay, I'll read them to you. I'll read the good ones. But all right, everyone have a great day, and we'll try this again next time.
Bye.